So we got cut off again. This is the fourth. We got four. It's a series now.
Yeah, the 4 ways. All right, she's doing it in fours, you guys. This is how it's coming out in 4 directions. So 4 parts.
And I was telling him, like, I'm so sorry. I'm kind of like all over the place, you know. This is my first time going live, like I said, and I've always been a little ADD, ADHD, so I think that's why I'm kind of like, I just kind of weave it all together in different parts. I'm one of those people that's always losing track of thought too. And so I was just talking about feeling grounded, being one, thinking about your intention and everything that you're doing. I was saying that when I dance at PowWows, it used to be more about I was inward here. I was inward thinking about my steps and what people thought of my moves, and I wasn't really being completely present. Right? I was thinking about what's everyone else thinking. I did good still, but now when I dance, it's so different, man. I feel like it doesn't even matter what we look like, what our outfit looks like, what our makeup looks like, how good our braids are. It's about the intention that we put into our steps. It's about the sound. It's about the sound. The jingle dress, the sound is the healing vibration. But it's also the intention that the woman puts in her steps when she's stepping on Mother Earth like that in the circle or wherever it may be. That's the healing. You could close your eyes. It's not even about how we look, right? And so that's something that changed for me. You know, he was just asking me about, yeah, I seen your video, you getting in a dance-off with Tung Shi at Gathering, you know. And I remember that was one of the best moments in my life, even though I didn't take the first place. I got second. I didn't take the first place, but you know what? I didn't feel like I lost.
Sure didn't.
I felt like I still won. I felt like we all won. And that's when I realized, damn, like, it's so different for me than how it used to be for me. It's right here. We're so right here. You know? That we're not feeling. Oh my God, I could get it. Now I'm starting to get comfortable, right? When we're getting done to like close. I'm going to start going live more, okay? People have been telling me that I should go live, and I was kind of like, I was really nervous. And we just right on the spot. So I'm feeling good. I can make themes now, right? For my next going live. So, I'm getting comfortable talking about this now. That's why I wanted him to hold this, because he's trying to make me hold it. I'm like, oh my God, I want to be expressive with my hands. That's how I talk best. I want to apologize too that not replying to everybody's comments, but I'm going to go through after this and I'm going to answer everybody's questions. Okay, so please, like, respect that, and I respect everybody for being here, part of this. This was my first time. I'm still learning how to do this. I had some questions here that I was reading and then trying to read your questions at the same time. So see how I flipped from yoga back to PowWow and then now. It's okay. So I do want to do this one right here. Listing 5 things that people don't know about me. Well, some people know about it, but a lot of people don't know that I caught on fire when I was a kid. And I have super bad, very evident and noticeable burn scars on my body that go from the back of my legs to the middle of my legs, so behind my knees, to the middle of my back. And I have all skin grafts in the front. So I'm really insecure about that. And I think it's a good thing to point out for some of like the younger people that look up to me for my dancing and such like that, that I have a lot of scars that I'm really insecure about, okay? I don't really know how to say that. I don't see myself the way other people see me. Even at PowWows, I feel really intimidated by every single dancer. I never think I'm gonna win. Seriously, I'm pretty sure sometimes I'm not going to, and I'm just blown away by every other dancer. It's so beautiful and so good. The outfits are so good, and You know, that, gosh, my ego really went away once I started doing yoga. And even though my ego wasn't like super conceited before, like there's ego that tells you that you're really good at something, and then there's ego that tells you you're not good at something, or that that's not your thing, that you're not good enough for that, or so our ego can really hurt us like that. Yoga really helped me to get out of my head, man. That's why I'm saying I feel everything more now, and it is about the feeling. It's about the intention that we put into everything we do. So catching on fire was a big thing for me. I have scars on my body that I do not like. Most of the time I cover them up so a lot of people don't know I have them. I just think it's really important because I shared that story one time, and I had some parents come up to me and say, you know, thank you for sharing that, because my daughter really looks up to you and she has scars on her body, or she has obesity issues, or she has, you know, a defect like in her finger or something, and that really made her feel comfortable that she looks up to you and that you have an issue that's similar. You know, and that's when I realized, wow, I never even wanted to share that I caught on fire. I didn't want nobody to know I had scars. Because in my mind, being the shallow-minded thinker I thought that it was a disappointment for people to see me and maybe to just like me, think I'm pretty cool, and then see my scars and then be like, oh man, that's too bad. But that was my own mindset, okay? Another thing, I was in gymnastics as a kid, and that's probably why I'm pretty flexible. People are like, how do you get into those? I'm like, well, I was in gymnastics as a kid, right, for 6 years. And I caught on fire, and then so I was out of gymnastics for a while, but luckily I went back for at least a year. Because if I didn't go back and start stretching like that again, my scars would probably be a lot tighter than they are, right? And so they're pretty, like...
Loosen up your skin.
When I do my stretches and stuff, like if I'm wearing shorts, and I used to be really ashamed of it, but I don't care anymore, you can see the way my skin pulls, like on the back of my leg. It's different. You know, people are always like, why are you so insecure about your scars? I'm like, you will never know why I'm insecure about my scars. You know, my scars are my scars. You know, people are like, I can't even see them, or, you know, I didn't even know, you know, but they're still there for me. And even though too, now that I've worked through it and I accept my scars, I'm really proud of my scars, but I'm still ashamed of them, if that makes sense. You know, I'm a girl too. Like, you know, my scars are on the backside of my body. Like, it's just always been hard for me to really let my walls down, I guess, in relationships and just in general, because my scars ruled my life for every day of my life until I finally learned to let go. Every day was about my scars. Oh my God, what am I going to wear that's not going to show my scars? Oh my God, how am I going to get out of swimming with everybody so that they don't have to see my scars? Oh my God, how am I going to be intimate with this person? I don't want them to see my scars. Oh my God, oh my God, every single day. My scars. Shit, man. We all have things like this. You know, my scars are my scars, your scars are your scars. In yoga, in dancing, grounding yourself to the earth, taking a deep breath, going in here, becoming present. Just becoming present just means you feel your feet standing in the earth. You can feel your clothes touching your body. Right? You can feel an air touching. You can smell the air. You can see what you can see around you. You can hear what you can hear. And you feel whatever feeling you're feeling inside. That is being present. That's meditation too. You know, people are like, I don't know how. Becoming present. Becoming present by thinking about all of those things and coming into your senses like that actually makes you forget about all that. I'm trying not to use cuss words here.
Oh, you're good. You're fine.
And because when you're talking about this type of stuff, sometimes you do want to use cuss words. But what part was I?
Some things that people don't know about you.
Oh yeah, and so let's see, catching on fire, being in gymnastics. This is something that I've never told anybody. And I didn't go to college. I said it. I didn't even graduate high school. I was so rebellious in school. I was just trying to run away from everything. And I thought that my scars were the thing that I was most insecure about. Guess what? It's not. It's my lack of education. I was so ashamed because that's what everybody made me think that was going to make me, right? And so, and even like when I was powwowing all those years, I used to have friends just really talk. It was like, you can't just keep doing that. You need to go to school. Everybody would really push us, like, you need to go to school. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? And so I was really ashamed, right? Even like some of the stuff that I teach. So when people ask me to do speaking at this, like a graduation, so I'm like, how am I gonna do this? But you know what? For some reason, I say yes to every single. Because if I don't say yes, I'm not going to challenge myself. I'm not going to go out of my comfort zone, right? And so I don't know how I'm going to do something that they want me to do, whether it's speaking or doing some type of workshop or teaching, like something besides yoga. Yoga and dance, I can do that, just like that. When they want me to stand up there and talk, and sometimes I feel like really nervous because I can't find the proper vocabulary sometimes. Sometimes I can't tell you the research behind something, but I get it, but it's kind of hard for me to explain sometimes. So that's my dilemma, and that's my insecurity. So that's a big one that I just let you all know. Like, I never tell that to anybody because I'm so ashamed of it.
Don't be, please.
And, I've always and so I always said, I think I have the attention span of a horse. You can't, I couldn't go to school. I couldn't stay in school for very long, but I was so good at taking short trainings and short classes and stuff. And basically most of the stuff that I'm doing right now is based off of life experience.
Yeah.
People want me to talk amongst other people about my life experiences.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
If you don't have formal training, you have life experience.
Right, and so that's why I had to really
looking
trust myself and believe that, I'm me. And that's all that I can be right now. And if some people trust me and believe in me, then I need to use that as a platform. So that's why I'm taking Y12SR. That's why I set powwows aside. I'm not even doing powwows this year because I might go to a couple, but I'm trying to dedicate all my time to yoga training. Hey, Melba! To yoga trainings and these new yoga workshops that we're leading and Y12SR. And I mean, gosh, I want to just do workshops and trainings and learn as much as I can to start sharing this with Indian country and beyond. And powwows can wait because it'll always be there. Mm-hmm. And our powwow, our circle will always be there for us. It's not something that we have to do every single weekend. Although it's awesome, it's a fun lifestyle, it's good for you, it's healthy, but there's a lot of negative energy in there too that you really have to be careful about, all you young people. Really protect your spirit, okay? Gossiping, just getting caught up in the middle of other people's drama, powwow drama. Just be really careful and be kind to one another, okay? Because there's a lot of negative energy in that circle that can affect you, and it can even dampen and affect that circle in a negative way. Breaking, right? What did I say? Like, energy doesn't fully move unless it feels safe. So if there's a lot of negative energy going around a powwow, the energy's not going to move the way it's supposed to. And what's neat about powwows is they're going on all over the place all the time. So you go from this powwow and everybody takes off to different powwows. And then they bring that energy to the next powwow. And then they share that energy there in that circle and it's spinning. And then everybody branches out and goes to these different powwows. And they're sharing energy from all these powwows. And it's all connected. It's one big circle. Mm-hmm. And, we have to be smart about the way we treat each other and the way we treat that circle. And I know it's hard. There's a lot of pressure especially for the youth and stuff, There's just a lot of negative pressure out there, but just knowing the right thing, being smart, just being mature and knowing how to feel a bad vibe, okay? Like I said, protect your spirit, especially young people and young girls. Really be careful out there, okay? Okay, I got way off track again about the things that people don't know about me. My son has autism. Some people know that, and that's always been a big, really hard thing for me. And he's been going through a lot of issues in school, and that's something that I'm trying to deal with at the same time too, and realizing that I need to be home more. As much as I'm trying to follow my dreams and then have all these new goals to help people, man, I got work to do in my own home that I didn't realize. And, you know, we have to take a look and see what we're doing as parents. It's affecting our kids. And actually, when there's trauma in the homes at an early age for children, it literally damages your physical, mental, and spiritual body, and it cuts your lifespan. It shortens a child's lifespan will be shortened every single time they experience trauma at a young age in the home. And there's a lot of different types of trauma. And us parents have to be really careful about that, arguing in front of the kids, fighting in front of the kids, putting them in the middle, allowing them to see, you know, some of the stuff that they have to see. And sometimes it's because we're just so weak. We don't love ourselves enough that we're allowing this dysfunction to take place. And this is some serious stuff, you guys. And you just don't get it until you finally get it. And sometimes it's really hard to understand. It's still taking me a long time, but I'm starting to realize, I'm starting to admit, like, yeah, I've had tons of dysfunction, man. Like, you know, things that happened in my early childhood was the monster. Not that it was like a bad person or there was monsters there. And then now some of the decision I'm making became monsters for my kids. Not that I meant to or that I even knew. It was a silent monster. And, you know, we weren't communicating enough. And there was saying, I know. And I know what I need to do. And this is the types of message that we want to bring across Indian country. We want to work with families. We want to work with youth. We want to work with parents. And I know I'm kind of jumping around a lot, but I didn't have anything planned. I would have wanted to have all this stuff kind of like laid out, planned in front of me for me, but I didn't. And that's okay. When he got here, I said, you know what? Because I was trying to like write down, like, oh, what is that question? And then trying to write down like what my answer. I'm trying to like look up what I want to say. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to make this organic. That's all we're supposed to be at the training this week, and that's what we learned. If you're angry, be angry. But think about, why are you angry? What is the why? And then what is going to be the rippling effect? And then take a deep breath. If you're sad, then cry. Everybody's going to come to you and want to, oh, don't cry here. You know what? Don't do that to people. Let people cry. Let people experience their emotions, because that's organic. And until we can learn to experience our emotions, we're not going to be able to really understand them and then work through them. And there's going to be ways that these trainings, like, please, like, look into these trainings. We'll post more about it. Follow me on my page. I want everybody to get a chance to come to these trainings, and they're only going to get bigger and bigger. This is just the beginning, and I'm like a freaking kindergartner right now. Mm-hmm. And it's going to keep building. And then there's going to be people underneath us that we start training to start leading these workshops too. Like, we're not going to stop. And like I said with the Y12SR, they said, you can't have anything good without giving it away. It went something like that, but I suck at recording. But it's true. And that's something really precious about women. When we learn something, we never keep it for ourselves. We always share it. And so, you know, that's why they said this about giving it away. These are donation-based classes for the Y12SR ones. Taking Flight, what we're trying to do with that is having the tribes bring us in, and then it would be free to all tribal members to come to that. And these trainings are like, people who are leading trainings similar to these are like $600 to $900, right? And so we just want to be able to bring this to reservations, all tribal members, to have it for free. I'm still jumping around. I never even got to all the things that you guys didn't know about me, but whatever.
There's one more. It could be random.
I'm so fast at somersaults. Right? Like, I can go so fast. It's unreal. Like, I'll have to go live.
That'll be on the next one. Yeah. All right, so let's do 2 more, and then we'll call it.
So I want to give a shout out to Wellness Wave. That's where I teach yoga and lead workshops in Pendleton, Oregon with Tanya Wildbill. She's the founder and the yoga teacher there, and she's just amazing. She's doing so many awesome things. So you can look up wellnesswave.com, wellnesswave.org, Wellness on the Facebook page, and look for our upcoming trainings and such, maybe coming to your area. She's really done a lot for me. I really appreciate her and everything that she does for our tribe and our community. Also, Nikki Myers with Y12SR. You know, the moment I heard her say issues live in our tissues, I knew exactly what my purpose here was. Because every time I do yoga, I release stuff. And sometimes I don't even know what I'm releasing, but, you know, I'm letting go of a lot of stuff, and it's changing my body. It's changing everything in my body. It's changing my DNA. There's going to be less trauma if I have kids again. There's going to be less trauma in my children, right? But until we learn to do that and learn to release, sometimes some of our ceremonies don't teach us how to release. They teach us how to heal ourselves, but we never been taught how to go in here and think about some of the stuff that happened and say, you know what?
Let go.
I let it go. I forgive. It's not about me, and it doesn't affect me because that was the past. The only thing that can affect me is right now in this present moment. We can't breathe in the past, and we can't breathe in the future. That's what Nikki Myers was saying today, and it made so much sense. I wish I could talk about everything that she said today, but like I said, my brain is so overloaded right now that I'm kind of like...
Next time,
I'm still trying to kind of decompress. And so Nikki Myers, she's the founder of Y12SR. She's a somatic experiencing coach, amazing yoga instructor, and she's helping us to realize that every experience that we have affects us in either a positive or a negative way, and it's really important to be mindful of that, to try to learn more about that. So, any
shout outs to family or dancers?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my new friend Brooke. She's going to be my partner in Y12SR. She was the other Native woman at my training. She's actually Ojibwe, and she you'll be seeing her with me. We just met, and I can't even remember her last name yet, but we're going to be working together. I literally looked at her today and I was like, that's my new partner. And she came over and she's like, I already miss you. I'm leaving. But it was just so neat, you guys. I can't even explain these connections and how they take place and how they manifest and how the outcome, what is going to be the outcome, right? And so, I also want to give a shout out to my mom, Levita Elk. She's the most amazing woman that helped create the me that I am, you know. She never gave up on us. She even through our hardest times, she never ever told us that we were mess ups, you know. She was just there to help us, and she would give us guidance on why those things were taking place and what we could do to change it, and she just never gave up on us. She taught me everything. Like, she's the reason that anyone ever says, you're awesome. I'm like, my mom. Thank God for my mom, because she wasn't drugs or alcohol. She didn't use drugs or alcohol, right? And I thank God. I thank Creator Haniwa for that, for my mom, and my kids, Dancing Star in Paris. Everything I'm learning right now is, man, they're my inspiration. And, you know, I lost focus for a while, and I didn't realize what my actions were causing. And sometimes that action could have been me going to lead workshops, but I was gone for a month. So it's not like I'm saying, like, oh, I did all these terrible things. The lack of me being there as a parent and them acting like it was okay. You know, they were always with my family, right? Because my brothers live there, my mom, my sister, we all live in this little vicinity, so... But I just never realized it, and that's just something I want to admit. You know, that's real. And we won't admit stuff like that. I want to admit a lot of things that I'm ashamed of and just let it go. I just appreciate everybody joining us today. I know this was a long one. I don't even know how long this is. This is the fourth.
So awesome.
This is the fourth one.
Yeah, the fourth part.
And my mind's kind of rum-dum, like, and so everything is kind of, this is how it is to have a conversation with me, though. I'm just, like, all over the place. I am happy to be here, and everything we do has a purpose and an outcome. And every time I go somewhere, I'm really excited about meeting new people and what are these new connections going to bring. Because every time I meet somebody, there's something more that comes from it. They introduce me to somebody. Something that happened set me on course with another person that's going to help change my life and then give me inspiration that's going to help. Everything I learned, I'm like, oh my God, I have to share this with people. That's just and so basically I found my life work. And that's through yoga. I'm even trying to add powwow yoga, creating my own yoga powwow infusion. People can hire me to come and teach powwow yoga in your communities, like message me, and I'd love to bring yoga there and do workshops with powwow yoga, booty yoga, vinyasa yoga, Y12SR. I also teach a lot of different other styles of workouts too. I'm really diving deep into this deeper stuff though, man, this stuff that really gets in here. So, I know that we were going to do a short yoga flow or whatever. I don't know if you...
Yeah, with her. You ready?
Hey,
Mom, you're up. All right, so we're going to do
let's see.
A quick... all right, hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to finish this piece with a special presentation. Akasha is going to share one of her poses with a native elder, my mom. I brought my mom to this. So we're going to put the spotlight on them, and you just stand right behind her, and then tell her what to do, and like right over here. Yeah, because the cord's long. So this is pretty good. Are you guys enjoying this so far? Yeah? Are you guys, can I get some hearts for those of you guys still watching? There's like about 100 of you guys watching.
And like I said, I'll go back through and reply to everybody's comments and such after this. So I don't know, we're just gonna, this is totally on the spot. I don't have anything planned out, but he wants me to just bring her through a little flow of breath and body work. So this would basically be like we're just gonna call it yoga. Okay. So go ahead and stand right here. I'm just gonna cue you through it. Okay. So taking into what we would call mountain pose, which is just standing straight up, hands to the sides, palms facing forward, pressing your feet into the ground, feeling that groundedness into the ground. Okay, lengthening your spine, pulling your chest back, thinking about opening your heart. Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath in, raising up your arms over your head. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, open up your arms, leaning forward. And you're taking your chest forward and down till you're touching, your hands are coming down, right? Whether they're to your knees or to the floor. And then take a deep breath in, rolling your back up to a standing position. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhaling those hands back down to heart. Into prayer position. Pressing into your palms. Thinking about something really important, super special to you, okay? Somebody that's really important that you want to send light to. You want to send some positive energy to. Somebody that's going through something right now that, you know, you just want to send them some light. So as you're breathing and as you're moving, you're going to just send some love to that person as well as yourself, okay? So taking another deep breath in, raising your arms up over the head. Right, hands to heart. Bending the knees, sinking low into kind of a chair position. Pressing your feet into the ground, feeling the sensation in your legs. Feeling the sensation in your knees. Thinking about how that makes you feel. Just becoming present with all of those feelings. Straightening out those knees again. Inhale in, arms up. Coming up over the body. And then as you exhale, forward folding down. Hands back down to the ground. Lengthening your spine. You can either take your hands to your knees or the ground. Breathing into the backs of your hamstrings. Thinking about that energy coming up from the earth into your hands and your feet. Feeling that dog licking on your face right now. And rolling it back up.
Was that dog really licking your face?
Yeah.
Aww.
And then taking your hands back to your heart. So just placing your intention there. Thinking about where you're at, your surroundings. Knowing that you're safe in this space. And that anytime that you feel any kind of stress or fear or anxiety or any kind of negative emotion, knowing that you can stand in your ground, in your feet, pressing them into the ground, taking a deep breath in, and letting it go before the reaction, right? So there's an event. Before the reaction takes place, you ground yourself and you take a deep breath in. Whether it's just standing there like that and thinking about that, or raising those arms up over the head like we did so. Normally we might go through something else, but we don't have the space. It's kind of slippery. Yeah. Like I might have brought you down into a lunge or something, which would be pretty simple. But just moving the breath and moving the energy around you like that. Sometimes when I'll have us in like, you know, a standing lunge, right? I'll have them bring the energy up over, and it's kind of like smudging yourself, right? So you're reaching and you're taking energy and you're smudging yourself. One of my friends, Dawn, shout out to Dawn, Dawn Day Woman Manning. She's been doing the RYT training with us in Pendleton. I'm so appreciative to have her at the training because she's a very strong and powerful and knowledgeable Indian woman. And what she did in her yoga demo was she used water because she's a water protector. She went to Standing Rock. Like she's the one that's doing this coast to coast race. They're going to bring water from the West Coast to the East Coast, connecting trails down each reservation. Like I'll make sure that we can, if you follow me, I'll post about that as well. But she had us use water, right? So, I don't know if you could see me. She would bring us down into a malasana, a low squat, right? And then we would gather the water and we would pick it up. We'd either become children and throw it up over ourselves, or we would bless ourselves. These are yoga poses, right? This is stretching. It's hard. Like your muscles get tight. So it's movement, it's posture, it's a workout, but she put so much intention into it. She's having us bless ourselves with the water. I got inspired by that. And so, you know, this mudra means freedom, but I like to use it as we're holding our vase of water. And I'll either go into yoga poses where we're actually holding that water. We'll set the water on the knee. We might balance that water and going into a pose, never forgetting that we have the water. Every pose that we go into, you know, I might have them taking the water, and when they go down, they have to hold the water up, and they, you know, they honor the water, and they bring it down, and they fill it up, and then they walk it, right? This would be like a more moving yoga, and they walk it home to their families. Then they would pour it out, right? You're in the squat again. It's hard. And my muscles are burning. Pouring the water out to their families. They're taking their vase back. I'll have them set their vase of water in front of their mat. You know, there's lots of different techniques that I'm starting to use as a native teacher. That I realized I needed to bring in more native elements and stuff. So, I'm trying to look at something.
Wrap it up. So thank you.
I'm gonna reply to everybody, okay? But I'm realizing now that as a Native American yoga instructor that there's a lot of really creative ways that we can use our culture and our traditions and our lifestyle ways in our practice. Even calling some of the yoga poses some Indian, names with hi.
I don't want to interrupt. I'm sorry to make the dogs.
We're almost done. We're just.
This is Alexandra.
Hi, nice to meet you.
She's letting me stay at her house. She's an amazing woman. Like I said, this was my first time going live. I had no idea what I was doing. I was not ready. And it just happened right after my training. So the next time I go live, I promise I'll be a little bit more put together, and we can do like different topic discussions and such. I just want to thank Charlie and his mom for coming out and just reaching out to me about doing this interview. Even though I was really tired, there was no way I was going to say no. And you know what is something really important about the Y12SR training and just learning yoga in general? Something that Sean Korn, who's an amazing yoga teacher, like a guru, she told Nikki Myers when Nikki Myers wasn't sure if she was going to really do the Y12SR, actually like make it a thing. And Sean Korn said, "How dare you not? How dare you not give this information to people that need it?" So I just want to thank everybody for coming. Hanging out with me and the dogs here. The dogs were here the whole time, just like maybe like sometime we could go live and do like just a short yoga flow. Like I'll be moving with you and everything, and
follow you on your page.
Yeah, follow me on my page. Follow me on Instagram, RedElk42. You can email me at AcasiaRedElk@rocketmail.com. You can email Tanya Wildbill at wellnesswave.com and look up wellnesswave.org to find out more about some of the things we have going on. Thank you guys. I appreciate you, and I just hope everybody is just happy tonight and thankful for what they have around them and what's in their life, and know that there's so much more that we can do. So thank you.